So I like to say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutations to you brothers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity. I like to say Mawafla Babel, which is death to Babylon. And Lord willing, this is edifying to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. This is the book of Joel 2 and 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in the holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. So, amen. You can see that the day of the Lord is coming near and near, because of all of these occasions that are happening, according to Matthew's the 24th chapter. The wars and rumors of wars, the earthquakes in diverse places. These are all the things that the Lord have spoken to the prophets of old that shall come to pass. What did he say? He said, soon these things come to pass, then the end shall. Matter of fact, let me get it so I don't cut it up. This is Matthew's 24 and 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So that's how you know that we're coming close to the end. When you go back into the book of Ezekiel, the 7th chapter, the scripture says, for the end is here. Matter of fact, we can grab that too. This is Ezekiel, the 7th chapter. It says, I want to get to the point. Right, Con. This is Ezekiel 7, and well, we could start at 5. It says, thus saith the Lord power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. When you go to that word evil, it means bad times. So yes, bad times are here, already. If you have been watching the times, you can see for a fact that there's a lot of rioting going on. You got the yellow jackets, man. They've been out there for weeks upon weeks, protesting. You got Venezuela, the things that's happening out there with the famine. They're not able to, have, stored up enough resources to be able to live over there. They're going through famines and lack of water and all kinds of things over there, man. Rioting. There are so many things that's happening, but all those things are signs that we are at the end. So it says, now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways. And you see the ways of America is completely wicked, because this place is contrary to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. This place do not uphold the laws of the Lord. This place uphold the laws of the so-called white man, which his laws have loopholes in it, which is wicked. You can't have loopholes in your laws. You know what I'm saying? A law is supposed to be created as it is, not to have a loophole in it so it can further your agenda. Now as the end is come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations. And this place is an abomination. This place is the mother of harlots. You got homosexuals, you got transgenders, you got adultery happening, fornication, people worshiping other gods. You got all these things happening, and these are things why the Lord must destroy this place. And it says, and my anger, Salakia, and my eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thy abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. It says, thus saith the Lord, power and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. It says, and end is end to come. The end is come, it watches for thee. Behold, it is come. Salakia, I went up a verse, but that's all right, man. That was the spirit that wanted me to read that verse. So to get back on this, verse 6, an end is come. The end is come. It watches for thee. Behold, it is come. So the end is come, man. You have the mark of the RFID chip out. That is an example that the end is come. You know what I'm saying? And soon Esau is going to want to push that RFID chip upon people forcefully. You know, you already have people taking it voluntarily, but soon he's going to push it out forcefully. You know, in the scriptures, you know, explain what's going to happen when that RFID chip comes, the mark of the beast. You won't be able to buy or sell. So pretty soon that's going to happen. You know, they're changing a lot of things in stores and the cars to where you're going to need that chip, man. And the Lord tells you, if you take that chip, then you should catch that fire, man. And it says, the morning is come upon thee, all thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountain. So the day of trouble is near, man. So we're coming to those times. We're coming to those times where the gas prices going sky high. People are going to begin to lose jobs. People are going to be out here starving. A lot of pestilence and diseases. You know, it's going to be hectic out here. You know, why people are just bullshitting, clubbing out, going to parties. You know, waiting for these wicked ass holidays, while the Lord is about to bring total destruction to this place. So let's go back to this Joel. So this is Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in the holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountain, it says a great people. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. Right in that day, when these nations come against America, and last arsenal that these nations are going to do or use is going to be those thermonuclear missiles, which is those ICBM, those intercontinental continental ballistic missiles, man, that can reach from one nation to another. So these are the things that are at hand, man. You know, and when these things begin to happen, you people won't be able to escape them, because if you ever watch that movie Iron Man, you have the Jericho missile. You know, when he tested that Jericho missile, when the head opened on those missiles, you know, you had multiple missiles come out. And these missiles that shall come to America will have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah within them, you know, and they're going to hit every target, man. You know, and it says, let me read that back. It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. So nothing is going to escape them. You know, if you ever watched that movie Terminator, you know, Sarah Connor was straggling the fence. You know, she was burnt into nothing, man. It was like she was melting away. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. It says, like the noise of chariots on the tops of the mountains, shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Hey, man, it's going to be something beautiful, man. It's going to be something beautiful. It says, before their face the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one on his way. And they shall not break their ranks, right? They're not going to break their ranks. You know, they're going to stay in order until they accomplish their job, which is to destroy this place completely. It says, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief, man. It says, the earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining, right, because of the smoke. So real quick, we're going to get this in the book of Jeremiah. Let's get this in Jeremiah 50. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 1. The word of the Lord that spake against Babylon, which Babylon It's spiritually America, man, and against the land of the Chaldeans, which the Chaldeans of today represents the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Oppenheimers, which is the banker elites, by Jeremiah the prophet, which you don't see on your day-to-day news, or you don't see on TMZ. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, right? And what is that nation? You got Russia, you got China, you got North Korea, South Korea, Turkey, Iran. You gotta have many nations come against this place. It says, for out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate. By what? By nuclear missiles. That's why you have these nations preparing their nuclear arsenals, because they know that nuclear war is coming. It says, and none shall dwell there. Let me take that back. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell there, and they shall remove. They shall depart, both man and beast. In those days, in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord their power, right? So in that day, the children of Israel, which is the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, will seek after their high power in that day, man. And mainly that's who they elect. It said, they shall ask the way of Zion to their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. Going back into the book of Hebrews 8:8, and I believe Jeremiah 31:31, it says, my people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away in the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. It says, all that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the inhabitants of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. Now, why I'm still continuously to read this is because this is one of the reasons why the Lord is bringing death and destruction to this place, is because Edom have touched the apples of the Lord's eye, and the nations have had a part in that, according to Zechariah 1:15. It says, verse 8, it says, remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and be as the he-goats before the flocks. It says, for lo, I will rise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations that you go. It says, from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows, which their arrows represents those nuclear missiles, shall be as the mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. So I want to go ahead and say, Barak de Yahweh, Barak de Yahweh Shah, Barak de Yahweh, Barak de Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. I like to say Mawahla Babel, which is death to Babylon. And Lord willing, this was edifying to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. I like to say Shalom.